Hello, everybody. I'm Azudud, and I'll be presenting our workshop paper on the effectiveness of virtual eye-hand coordination training with head-mounted displays. Eye-hand coordination training systems depend on psychometric tasks that decrease the reaction time and increase the perceptual performance of the trainee. They are used for training in various sports, military training, rehabilitation, and much more. In the accompanying video, you can see an F1 driver that is training using such systems in order to decrease the reaction time, which is very important for the trade. Adopting these systems to VR can have benefits like real-time 3D data that can be used to give feedback to the trainees. A previous study has adopted such systems to VR, and they concluded that this adoption can show lots of promise in improving visual motor skills. A follow-up study tried to compare VR, AR, 2D touchscreen-based systems, and they found that VR and 2D touchscreen systems had similar effectiveness, while AR fell a little bit short of that. All of these studies were one-day studies, which leaves a gap in the literature for a longitudinal study, which is important for training systems. Another thing is the lack of a study with different execution strategies. And we also wanted to present a new evaluation metrics that depended on the 3D space information from the simulations. And these were our motivations. We hypothesized that different execution strategies will have different effects on the performance. And we also hypothesized that the effective throughput can be used as a metric for performance. To do this, we created an experiment that was a fit-slow study that depended on a 6x5 button grid with a cursor attached to the index of the participant. The participant interacted with the hand tracking. As you see in the picture, the gray was the unselected target, the yellow was the next target, the blue was the cursor with the hover condition, where the participant would be close to any button. The green was a previous hit and the red was a previous miss. As this is a fit-slow study, we had 3 different sizes, 4.2, 3, and 1.8 centimeters for the sizes. And we also had 12, 16.9, 40, 24, 13, 33.9, 18, and 25.4 centimeters for the distances. These distances had 4 directions that they could go in. They were also normalized, so the amounts of times that the participant will go up is the same that they will go down. For the execution strategies, we presented accuracy focus, which we asked the participant to select the button at the middle of the button. The speed focus, where the participant was trying to perform as fast as possible, and then no focus, where it was a control group with no specific instruction. The longitudinal study lasted 12 days, 1 pre-training day, 10 training days, and 1 post-training day. In the following video, we are presenting or showcasing the experiment and how a user would be interacting with the system. We had 3 participants. We used the Oculus Quest 2, and we had 3 between subject variables, which were the execution strategies. And we had 6 target distances, 3 target sizes, with the repetitions that made up 288 daily trials per participant, and then 3,456 trials for the 12 days per participant. We were measuring the execution time, the error rate, the throughput based on the McKenzie formula, the accuracy, and the precision. In terms of our results, we see that the time has decreased significantly for the speed focus. In terms of the error rate, we saw that the no focus had decreased significantly. In terms of accuracy, we see that the accuracy focus and the no focus had improved accuracy between the pre and post training. In terms of throughput, we see that all of the participants improved over time, which can also tell that the throughput was changing regardless whether the accuracy or the time was changing. And for the precision, we saw that the accuracy focus and the no focus participants improved over time. These are the longitudinal study results. We did not observe any anomalies here. Our first hypothesis was that the execution strategies affect the performance, and we observed this when the accuracy focus was more accurate and precise than the speed focus, and the speed focus was faster than all. Our second hypothesis was that the effective throughput could be used as a performance metric, and we saw how it's changing with the results and its relations with time, precision, and accuracy. To conclude this, in this workshop paper, we ran a longitudinal study on eye-hand coordination training systems in VR. We presented the execution strategies and found that they have different effects on performance. We presented the throughput as a performance metric that can be used by trainers to monitor the performance of the trainees. We acknowledged that there was a limitation for the small sample size. For the future work, we want to increase the sample size, and we suggest studying or researching eye-hand coordination training systems in augmented reality, presenting verbal feedback to the participants, comparing different systems like physical and virtual systems. Thank you very much for listening, and if you have any questions, I'll be taking them now, or you could contact me by email.